yen local food ni dia ne dia omo continental dishes obenya bi abomode di na aboa enti ne no ze special fried rice french fries no pizza ene dia aka kan yen dia ba okwansa no omo assorto de ano eden de ano emre ho no ni nyina no obetimi enye bi ene aye na aba fie abadinto na aba ana adwuma ko bi na mo pese mo kɔ ekoko hyiam didi mo nkoma ye ho kese a ye de be mo han na afa adwuma ku adodo na so no ebeba ba bewura mu ewo dwuma die na se no eno nso aduane bi apɛ bia no oni omo didi nkomo ebeboa na yetimi aye dodo bi apɛ na ne makoyi peramanti form number no 0549609697 0549609697 no momboa na hyehyɛ no koyi afama opo mu okrodua ma orowani hm okrofom mo ene sika frame ne die niwe opeduane ba kokra di aposo ma omre no mo aye ho adwuma na aboa na bibia adeda ye kama so no etimi edi amanti o madaroma ene ya baba betrama ye bo adwuma na aboa na bibia so no akoye kama so etimi era manantetem so mamini nkomo kakra nyamre sere niam esiate a orowani kokokochemo kafa so ya empemfo ye hyehyɛ ema the general assembly no etimi ewura mu na ne o congress so ene sere niam na esiate ene nkomodidi ewura ma ene car president the friend Dr. Patrice Muchepi ebomodia kasa kakra ne nkasa nim no de dikan no okansam kakra e de fa the Super League ene baba bebaze na nkomo sei European pa no ebomodia ne edie.
African Football Super League is one of the most exciting developments in the history of African football. And the objectives in terms of what we are trying to achieve is very clear. Number one is to make sure that African football, and this is club football, is world-class, competes with the best in the world, and African clubs can compete because it is indeed about finance as well. It's about African clubs have never really had a very good foundation financially to be able to keep some of the best players in Africa from a salary, a wage, an income perspective, because they love the continent. They want to be in Africa. So the financial part of club football is a critical issue. And what we are hoping to do is through the African Super Club, improve the quality of football, because at the end of the day, you've got to get the football spectators excited.
Atiano ya komane na chesere car president your friend Dr. Patrice Muchepi abomoteri aba betugati okan yen league no ene po na ano omobepe zenne no emubede niama bededa di na ebede na yefra ni nyina na yeska edine Super League no omode no ebeboa ye papa na after no na ezo penyi na adena nkasa ne ho nsemi a wokan no omo nso baba be jam etimi aye adwuma no omo nso musika sem na nkasa se na ho nsem ne isiete.
One of the biggest problems of the top African clubs participating in the current Champions League is they spend a lot of money on transport and they spend a lot of money on accommodation, and when they win, the money they get does not justify or compensate for the huge expenses they've undertaken. So the first 24 clubs that we want to be part of the African Football League, we will give them a contribution every year of $2.5 million to use, and I know they'll use some of that money to buy and recruit some of the best players on the continent, but also to assist with their transport and with all of the other expenses.
Atiano ya sama ne wa bo mode etimi area to granti no made in edition no 24 teams are ne omo baba be jama ye adwuma no ombabo mode no bia etimi enya bese $2.5 million na saska no oso be na de bia ye signs papa na fo de bia akwa ese wa kwanto na metu no me de be wuram na abo amane ma koyi pa etimi era momo izanza de ba kwa ahwe huni se banis kasema ye tutu tukwa na eha ye teams ni ye pa after no san confirm etimi era ma say ne the various association no omo baba be rama bo adwuma amane amadeda din no omo so no omo osike bi ebekwere amomo no so nchemu sei erobo mo de etimi edemai.
Other issue about the African Super League is we want to give every single member association, every single country in the 54 African countries that are part of CAF, give them a $1 million contribution every year to develop football amongst the youth, young boys, young girls. Use that money as well to make sure that we employ some of the best people in each country in Africa to be involved in running football, and also pay them competitive salaries.
Atiano yan command e obo modi etimere to dwa chesampa and 54 countries are eba ne kafa omo ejoine omo bo ejuma no be no mayen tutueni afibia no ana omo hihye mu no be se $1 million be kwa dia omo ejuma efo mehwe twa omo kaye na afia no kra na nche no omo be sa yen tutueni na no omo de niam bia rewrem a ebebo ama football no niam de da di mpe etimere ma after no na yebisa no zo pempa na enkomo ya mu di de mu edepa na obi babo kra na $2.5 million yi na se ne obi be jana na so na oje a sika na da so na nkaza no yenya onu chechemu no so wonsem no se na sitie.
Our intention is to use $100 million to make $100 million available as prize money every year in the African Super League. So the club that wins will get $11.5 million. Very, very important. Our intention is to use $100 million.
Atiano yan command ne opempano abomodene edi na chezo mo nhihye mu no omo de $100 million enye ska keto ene ewram wo abeje no be $11.5 million ene be kwadi amana bre na medi na edition ye to nsa te sere na no pa na apostle chechemu yi si every continent bia clubs a mumu edupa mu wani munyampa na kotokone aseko ne yebo na final na nkofu mu ba akwa gidi abakroma 11.5 enkanema pa ebe no okroma no utumu ze nya de keto akra be ye project awodo ye di bi ye we ni ye di bi ye we na eboa na ne koye de maye na ene ye de di bi didi so na eboa na ne ma koye bi go ne de o hwe wo se yes ana ne ma de da ye pet mi ara nya no tie ze nei Salernitana boboko no ewram air show ma so ye omo ne omo didi nkomo eze nkomo na kwani mu pa Felix Afinejan esi omo pene so mra ema me journey omo na kakra kesi loan kra amma me bona mbo amane man koyi pa etimi emfa ma omo tie no enkomo efi weba ye di ewram na ne ma koyi soro etimi edi amao eno fio na Rama the Ghana Football Association pay pa ye friend keto kreku na so ye the krata ba okenkan krata ni ma a special message ano pimpa no ere ma the Black Princesses ni na ene so chena Ghana ejina kono the FIFA U20 World Cup no e mana from no jumadi no asase e woso moko ekoko jamu bu ejuma nti o the krata ba o the support ye mayo no so moko enkonko ejuma no na mboa na ne mande da yeso entimi emfa emomo na heart folk preseason no egusu a ekoso mo fans no dodo na kokoro mu ekoko support team no ahwe omo from day one na nei after no komo say na fans no edi. The man is really working well, doing well. They are fitness with their stamina level. And about the new players, so far what I'm seeing about them, I'm seeing that their movement is very sharp. What I've seen about Kaba and Yashin is also good. Zakaria is also a very good player. So about the ball work of some good dudes, I've seen that most of them, I can see the new players are very, very good, very sharp. I can see that this is, if they are able to gel well and be committed to the coach, I think it's really fun.
This is in the start here, because Jordan never found boys in fitness. Now, Obefa me who say improvement be so about boys in fitness level across from coach some do so normal starting ball when coach the guys are really improved. Ball workouts in BBA and a new signings now on my bank. So once I feel on my back and on guys now I started training to wait time. I think they do adapt to their style of play. Especially say season not heart of phobia. They didn't could do.
Atiano ye heart to folk na uzampa omo support no eye massive na so omunia no ne koteki no omo de betra Ghana ya na omo aboabo mo na omo hwe na ye de afisi na aboa ama ne ma yezi aya na ma na ye de o koteki ba na no bo super cup ro na anyi ya na wa beti wasum kroma na omo koba no mba be hye so dia house for so to kroma omo so beti omo sumti crop ya ne has dia omo de ba bebo ani ya na honsem ne bibra ebo ama ne ma dadi pere ma crop ya Kumasi Asante Koroko na nwume 6 pm de wani chema agega no me pa cho omo be train wa street for no so under for light nyambo ochna ebe etu na tu no senete anopo omo be kona afie nwume nso no omo etimi akona abo ama ne ma koye pa etimi edi ama omo na nyambo ochna kotoko we official omo confirm Enoch Morris no obo ejuma edema Kimfaiza aboboko no wa join the crop ya Kumasi Asante Koroko 3 years contract na Enoch Morris ni sign etimi edi ama omo odoma suko akra na rese ne nema no esi etia betimi adjoin na wa enjoy a fine player pa na Morris on sensem no na team no paying for aton sa friend to adjoin the team no akra ewie ya no suru am embassy woko ekoko file ni document awdo na submit document awdo na eni adjoin omo no ne omako akako rom no omako ejuma e wo taking part monti no Morris no eni after Kimfaiza wa join crop ya Kumasi Asante Koroko 3 years nyambo ochena no omo bo mode no official unveiling no aba bonten abwa na ne mada yeso etimi ere amonti ne crop ya enkoma aba betodwa medi ewura metimi ede amao na according to report no yesi ne paying for no bako na goalkeeper bako fikam ni nyina so ma join the Black Galaxies etine Ibrahim Danlad enya de se Danlad no take no obekobi and afi goalkeeper trainer a friend na Jao Isa ono so efiwa ne omo adjoin the Black Galaxies na nkomo no eyese ne te Koroko esi ano goalkeepers ni emi no Brantia your friend Moise Porti ana ono na afi Frederick Asai di omo ne goalkeepers omo de omo beko akwaku romo taking patamo dan lade nyade so no ebetimi adjoin omo eno so fiwa ye nyame tie so omo romo the Black Galaxies so maso ye no sesia no team no wa Lisa Hotel na 25 man list eno omo de akwaku romo Lisa Hotel ho ni nyina na the Black Galaxy omo ye ntoto ye 4 nation tournament bi ebeko so urwani chemo Enesapel Stadium a eno ewo Austria ho na ebetimi akoso Ghana, Morocco, Jamaica, and Qatar. Na Gerezi national team na nkasa no eneka Black Stars na ebeko be dia du no e wo so mo de Galaxies no na ekoko gina kono enti 25 players na ne no omo ewura Lisa Hotel omo ayo omo covid test wie eni encho omo de ombeko akwa mo airport na afi no ya fle omo no omo de omo akwa mo Nigeria izanze yesi Austria omo embassy na ebi ni Ghana jise Nigeria mpatamo na abeko etimi akwa enti en confirm fama say 25 players omo bo Benin game no omo ne de omo ko na omo akwa gina Ghana na muni abo after no ne besia ba ne aba beto an boabo ano so ne yetra so ana chese ye rene ye ni Nigeria man no e di abo ni first leg no e betodwa 26 to 28 August ne ahema yi ba ko return encounter no e ye the 2nd and 4th September and 2nd to 4th September na no so no ya rem na date no Nigeria for na yiba kono mo ne etimi edi abo ani ti san hye no e na ye di area mu so no etimi edi amanti the Black Galaxies ene afie ban mo na other players ni na san bo ma no Alisa Oto mo yo covid na wie after no bibi bia di dama ne o meru mo Nigeria omo kwemba zi ona afie o mahwe so menya visa for nation tournament yes no otwe edi enim no e na dwumadi ne be koso Austria na omo akwa kujamo etimi abo ejuma no akomia ye ni komo akra na mo de metete no ejeze players 21 na reporter metete no players 21 na nei pin for transfer interallies any Ashanti good game no mo koka edwamu na mo de mo nsem kokodan PFH no yezi ni romo cast no pin for jese ni manimu ya no mo de mo sato ban no so enti guys no we temporary you nyeze bi omo ye fi okra de me meeting no
has not even looked into the case specifically
but unze ba ni say na ya ye mhihie no anti no omo pagya de na jeze omo ye fi omo so de da so ne sesesi ano omo de omo sato so nti ekonkon ho
nti de sato asem de so na asem omo de omo na esi asem de so
santi boys no wa kwanya so obekọ bibi no for now final winning be no betimi akọ no akwakoye but 21 player me tie as Richmond Lamte ono no nkan no ho bi we all know kotokofo na ni tu anamonde omo de no according to me report ne sources na eminya no no nti after winning na bia ye behu de ebekọ na ye de akwa gina be last time na me ka say ye obi mu list ni ma so mu case no munya no mu push de kwa e bia za Erika Kotomo ne Erike so on Franka Kotomo ne Erike so mo no omo ne de no aza komia hwe o ready we ni mo nya bibibia amfa mbo mo by obi wo de omo boni di pay say we no o ka che Italia coach the coach o de ne how ada ti ne ebobo ade akwa wi aba besima ma na say no nti anko for na em so omo de omo break kakra but omo ayan hye da nya amfam bom na bia na omo nyom ti adim na agomia what say ene asa na cave mpem voze Ghana no the meditate so ba ko no Cape Coast nko na e bibia omujiri se betimi host sa inter club competition no.
Yes, Abu the eba no. Let's be clear. As it stands, Cape Coast in the meeting the CAF standards for international matches when it comes to the CAF Confederations Cup, even AFCON qualification or any other sort of qualification we'll have to play. Cape Coast in the meeting the standard. As it stands, the entire Miuzu as it stands ni in edge and I say there is still some works going on at Baba Sports Stadium. As to say CAF be confirm it, say unconfirm it, we are only giving it a room because of what they are doing there. So as it stands there, if nothing changes, Kumasi and Asante Kotoko, ne Accra Folk, very likely say or more African games ni na just say omu na ko campaign wo Cape Coast so.
No ma bono.
And say atani ata say omu ko buti omu wo ho. Na obi wura ha na obi wura ha na be clash na amfa omu mienu na. Then no more agility.
And also, I'm saying, oh, first match, oh, second match, oh, baby.
And then you come to my mom. So when you about copy baby, I could end on come to my mom. No money. And also, so the heading.
I will be on
I won't be a free battle.
I'm on your money.
Who must be encouraged?
One thing is, what about first match? No, about second match, oh, how? Because we be born there, we be after no subo ya. Now we might know so why I'm almost calling I say. And there can be also the other first why can be a baker.
And the mass may be your own. Babu, you share how I to unfold, but your clubs in me should be preparing for Cape Coast. I'm going to prepare for that. But quickly, Abu, this is a case I really want to tackle with. Your players no mutu kwa man on eno. Sometimes, fame no. And at times, the club now kwa the level of pedigree, the amount of experience you gain no. And baby, I walk on so maybe a sikasem no so. And lastly, Abu Dhabi, the playing time Albania, so say, on your opportunity, enya san yoma for way na utrai oko. On your opportunity, crana unya mumiensa, club ne fame ne beba, scan ne beba. Ube says when you're playing time, and also when you're playing time, skabeba, fame ne beba, Abu, you are good to go. I feel Afenajan should move to Salernitana. Yes. Boy, ni here playing time. Boy, no here playing time. Se si ano o cheki AS Roma ni mu hono ma. Zaniolo has not been sold. Tammy Abraham ewo ho. And now the Paulo Dybala be dey. Abeka o mani mu ofo no. If unu abenya time abawa bebre na just say bi akopa Italia bi enwayere. Ana game bi aduru ba bi na na ba begina mu ba consistently getting games in this particular AS Roma team. Abu Edin se me hu se esi. Edin pa. Kalon no okwa Salernitana. That is where Frank Ribery wo. There are some sort of experienced players there. Okwa ho no week in week out you be playing. Ana enye loan se bia wo kwani akoto. Loan no ko ben ho. So this is a World Cup year. The more reason in here some of the players are looking for moves in the transfer market no. Dodo na Memphis person or sign a contract no ko si akan baby obi apeso chese onya bi mo a o twam no akọ baby foforo because it's a World Cup here and at the end of the day no anya team bi a mo na se selection na amfawa obi ani so ade hunu se World Cup ro be dey obeko bi wa ha Ghana ani mu ho Antoine Semenyo Emie Renfi Inaki Williams Jordan Ayew. These boys are coming in. The team strikers, me the Jordan Lago come on here say per wingers na APP say in Kamadin. Joseph Pencil, Osman Bukari.
And I had there so Ghana dey ko be player am be the naba.
And Ghana decided so about with the 4-3-3. Onwa the da you captain you grab nya ba bia hye wani mo. So Afenajan will need playing time to be considered as a top player going to the World Cup. And where the Salernitana nye Syria B, Syria A, where the Kokwa Kebebo, I feel say with the development stages now what do no, any baby or person and money do no, it is going to be a very good step. A bit me aboa, I'm gonna let me fan into my path Eddie Fra because I just said yeah, nasubeti my shepa. Abu quickly on this particular issue, CAS. any Ashanti Gold ni interlies. Adena ya pija kakra no. It is not questioning the integrity of your judicial system in the first place. Inti me who say people are happy na your judicial system no this is not about questioning the integrity of the judicial system we have for here. It was about setting a certain level of standards be. Na hobby dia to onum said that be no be kodi nsem guru bi say ya. Say na be dey. E be no. Ye di agorache wo man nim efri say there are a lot of games are abu ya no in the Premier League. Who ni say chenchina twan asa ade we de bibi tare akiri. Na who ni say match we de obi awuram o ba bia na obi di bibi achi di akoko wuram ama bibi si.
Akomia mesa bana me pese Michael hwewe no na odi rewura mu mamia na yewe amigi o metimi afa afia na say is all kind and commodity atoso entimen ko Hane Street we are be pia de amomo kinkamu kakra mame
by Elizabeth Steiner, Deputy President of the Appeals Arbitration Division of the Court of Arbitration for Sports. Na okha case no CAS 2022 /A9055 Alex Asso and others. AL nature and others Asso versus Ghana Football Association. We're page 10. This is the order from CAS. The Deputy President of the Appeals Arbitrations Division of the Court of Arbitration for Sport ruling in camera decides that the application for provisional measures filed by Messrs. Alex Asso, Felix Abuska, Mohammed Zakari, Shaibu Tofik, Fad Ibrahim, Richard Akwa, Eric Esso, Amos Kofin Kroma, Stephen Ousu Banahene, Kwame Moses, Frank Akoto, Isaac Opokwa Jaman, Solomon Efie, players needing a Mebubo Bono, Samed Ibrahim, Emmanuel Ousu, Paul Asari de Vries, Mohammed and Issa Ali on 25th July 2022 in the matter CAS na number bobo and versus the GFA is granted. Na say one no or say application say omo pese CAS etna sem no no maji atum 2. The decision rendered by the Ghana Football Association's Appeals Committee on 1 July 2022 is stayed. Now say Appeals Committee decision say omo F1 agiatum disciplinary committee decision say banny players no womo action like mama na your own hold in train so and you can in legal terms say the decision is stayed. It means that for a temporal period case nankasa the omon shedant na so the suspensions imposed on the players na Bobo Dino are lifted with immediate effect. For the cost of the present order shall be determined in the final award or in any other final disposition of this arbitration. In the case Nencheche Mwane say a first process and omaye. Date ya case agencies why no if you read the lengthy document and say and the registration cost your transfer period players no will need their futures to be sorted out.
Okay.
Inti Sadia Asemaba, ye can't say no. Mountain trains so players can go on and do their business. Because even in Ghana, it is presumed say the taboo toswa you are innocent until you are proven guilty. Sanam ranetier. So case ne say case no yeni eba betina so nia sanso adoso because yeni the final arbitration body I be take decision on such matters. But the mama ye no taboo na that players ne so no more the monitoring train so munya abotre ye betna asem ne so aka na mom the atna so aka ne CCA no mo ye in camera meaning zoom ni ade the atna so aka ne CCA no e ho kan yin na no mo the monitoring see ye di case we are the cano obedi for no on the befa cano but anasi a beka case we ho asem bie ho an the final disposition bi ba the obedi for we no on the befa cano. So this is the process I wenti yenka case ni na wie say players no mo ban no ya left it permanently. Okay, ya left no immediately on a temporary note. Just say ni menim ya left ban no mon koso nye de mo pesa mo ye but fatu 3 mu say bibi betimi esia either say wo ban no you be lifting permanently and I say you be reinstate ban no if cars etna say no gitum say bia them say players no they are indeed guilty.
That means asem no betena so.
Yeah, they have not really discussed the exact case and others.
But we no mo here o mo say boys no mo ejuma mo here no mo consider mo future no.
Exactly for registration.
Sir, also you we na.
Yeah. Exactly. And if omuka case ni we na players ni dibema, the principle of fair play has not taken a effect.
Yeah.
And also the principle of justice and fairness has also not taken effect. In Tisani ebeya pepeye ebeye adwuma no. Sadia moma players ne kwan na omon konkoye ade so omoye. Omo wia e fifth pro ne rekoy. And ye sadia mon konkoye mu wie pe si etna case ne so na mu difo and ye betwema so nti o de to aso na
agome ayana fo anu sina men san call Mike wa no hwe akra na member apostle
ba bia Mike acheche asem nim de ache ni na agina se ase ohu ato so hu nto wani age so ase wani susu nje kona kotwa odwumadi a wodi wo so e wo club nti we ato ne mpaebo ne unyame okọ na so mu di case ni na e favor wa fine some favor. I like the subject that they were able to specifically mention players needing one by one. And with that, it can even differ in terms of each and every player, how a city handle or more punishment. And in your way free mobile, and they almost very react to. Some might be lucky, some might not be lucky. And at this rate, we player no go to join no bompire say case no motena so no mu diwia nyoma betimi akoye di ama anko yesu so me say kan na machire ne de gba na abebo. I think that the FA was also the disciplinary committee of the FA and the appeals committee of the FA would definitely have some amount of money to also pay. Say kutia or more in terms of this particular case now. It for now the players na but my pipe munya din mo akoma nya de say my free ni de why but I would try twentwen so kakra na bigitum ye say at the end of the day say lack it me locate the right verdict will come for you. And my players the things they were going through Abu Dhabi, I think we will leave at the mass some of them. Open players ni be na unyo mudin komwa. Na ote the kind of thing go through their mindset ana asifem. Your players be one ma genuinely oheni din in seven the way I want narrate asem na ase ono ana de ne ho koto asem wanya say was she bibi ho and okọ bi na ase de asem koye dey ekobo no e ma we nyina ye dey epie free mobile. Some of them are breadwinners for their family and they so betimi are provided for their family assistance because omunya akonya bi ensi akan and all of these things. Clubs ni bi so on ma players ni bi ho ka twa ska bi eni kwan so mutwa do come these players ama players equal akotena nchen hwe kotoko investment awai o lamte mu na lamte be konchen. All of these things I think say the room has been given though but it is something that also mutimi bompa kakra na lack a favor manyesa Abu Dhabi aso shebeba so it's a good news but and shall I get the perfect news? Let me use that word. A good news, but it is not a perfect news.
Konwong. Say, to me argue omu case ye. Ewo casa so ya. Likely say will be made permanent. Once na me din komo. Menya the provisional way no. The request from the common case or Montina case in this winter and be a projected there 2 way so na me de way no so the account na. Ye hundi ebe. The whole thing is this. Players need be feel say they were not given hearing.
Yeah.
One say you be an in a day. Generally, tabo the two almost no. In relation to the Ghana Premier League regulations, Article 34, 5A. Then I don't know mudina so at this sanction or minti so share GFA way anymore any. GFA Association Laws, Article 34, 5A of the Premier League regulations, nekase. Any GFA official, when you're rough in article, but you best answer abaso. Or say any GFA official, Meba, I'm making any GFA or club official or club or player or participant of a match who instigates, commands, counsels, solicits, procures, or in any manner purposely aids, facilitates, encourages, or promotes the playing of a fixed match or a match of convenience involving his club or involving other clubs, the result of which may in one way or the other affect his club, commits a grievous offense, and the offender shall be referred to the disciplinary committee for appropriate sanctions. And no, the ball players are more ash good. Stephen Osuban, I may patch on me the way not to swam my na ye or more share so or follow common. Stephen Osuban, Hene or no Ekaho Afeso Ampem da Costa, Frank Akoto, Isaac Opoku Ajiman, Amos Kofin Kroma, Eric Esso, Seth Osei, Moses Kwame, Anna Solomon Efriye. Uye no free wa. Your players ye charge you on 3 counts.
Okay.
Now it's a 34.5A no ekahubi, but your disciplinary code flout. I know your article 34.6D of a GFA's way Ghana Premier League regulations. Then article 12.1B of a disciplinary code. And here for Samet Ibrahim. Then your team officials be so a charge you plus players be or more appear before the committee, but if you saw the case, or more de or one year koye, yandian to manase in penifone be or so all these things they will argue it at the cast level. Now, the aname pese me maye huye what the documenter cast for ne etna so ewa hanum say. I just transferred it into Omuyin freeway in some family. Na yen Sansombra back to studio. Then we continue the conversation. Me pacho mun follow komono na enye kama enfamaye. Enti uyi freeway. Then you come to the order of request for provisional cast measures. Obetimi asanso di atoso. So this is the order to cast. Enti Alex Esso and others versus Ghana Football Association order on request for provisional measures. Into the order no, for provisional then provisional measures issued by the president of the Appeals Arbitration Division of the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Into the parties involved players needing and the GFA, which GFA near respondent. No, I'm at the factual background and they about case names, you know, and a decision at FA, no, and so at the bar out. No, about proceedings before the cast and the party's submission. Into a Mutna case, so 25th of July. Into Oshaya, Obonse, and no edda so 25th of July, no Mutna so no. Anna the appellant and here or more filing on behalf of players, no, or more almost statement of appeal. Ede koko tuja into omo statement of appeal ne kotuja network no air off enti ebehwe se ebe sans wa connect bio enti the statement of appeal no omo de koye no then they budget the response from the respondent, which is the GFA if any so the need the beko. Now we read 12 no say the main argument of the appellant and say with regard to irreparable harm, the appellant that the appeal decision heavily affects their careers. So decision no matter taking no players no more ball and they need to be active. But any yano omo the case aba. But say asem no da so konkon ho na tabo e dia to omo so no so da so ginemu a e affect players no more careers. E ku omo ntumi mobile no. Enti they are unable to work for a substantial period of time. Yeah, Bani almost saying more than 20 months.
Yeah.
Until almost to me, nya almost source of livelihood, which means it be a breadwinners or more family. Make breadwinner just or more topano. But omona sebi ebusiano.
Omo koba busiana ni domo so omona koba na busiana sa koba no.
It said the tabwa to almost sana ebe hadwen. Na ye be registration period from the 1st of July and it 22nd September. 22nd September ni ye pe. Nasa cast got na case is no ye free wa. Players no money can be on the register because once. Inti sadia and then kiyembientum na players ninya kwenya no musun to me fan register. Inti that was the argument of the appellant or more appeal no. Inti obabe se chechembio say with regard to the likelihood of success, the appellant underlined that the GFADC decisions lack any substantive evidence and argument against the individual players. Also, this in the decision no the buy. Players need to encourage you more. ontumi mfa wo sense wo be say asumesi ana obenten saa 21 players need here de koye no asumesi ana obenten oka ho bi na omo fixe match no but ye betimi aka say Dr. Kweku Frimpong de o send sike bi but players need there na omo ya omo ko ba omo match ana we yesi enti omo gitum say edi omo atro e de aba no wo mo nka ho enti case no omo case say they are appealing against it and they are making a legal argument say if any substance evidence be it